Monster Jam has a history with sponsored trucks. These days, you know JCB Digatron, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, and you even know Spin Master with the Bakugan Dragonoid. And before those trucks, there was others that have came and gone in the past. Today we're going to take a look at 5 of my favorite old sponsors from Monster Jam. Starting things off is WrenchHead.com. WrenchHead.com was the first title sponsor for Monster Jam, and also had their own truck, the WrenchHead.com truck. It had drivers like Lyle Hancock, Jill Canuso, and Mike Wales. The partnership lasted only 2 years, from 2000 to 2001. And over that time period, there were some pretty good moments that have happened, especially at the Monster Jam World Finals 1 and World Finals 2. And then it became no more after that. Number 4, Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels began their partnership with Monster Jam in 2000, supplying their toys. They already began to expand by 2001, and they made more and more die-casts. But, however, it wasn't just the die-casts. They would also have their own truck by 2002. It would run for several years with other different designs, and would have some decent moments along its history. Then the truck was shelved, and Hot Wheels would not have a truck for years until 2012, when they had Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. In 2013, Scott Buteau was moved to Team Hot Wheels Firestorm, and the truck got really popular as a result, as he pushed the truck hard and gained many moments, including all the consecutive backflips that he has done, especially throughout the World Finals. But then the partnership ended by 2018. Not going to go too full in depth with it, but if you want to check it out, be sure to check out Monster Talk's 2 really good videos about the history with Monster Jam and Hot Wheels. He did a phenomenal job, and I highly suggest you check it out. Links are in the description. Number 3, Monster Energy. This is one of Monster Jam's coolest sponsors that they had. Their partnership began in 2012, when it replaced the US Air Force Afterburner. It was a cool looking truck, and I think it fit David Branshaw perfectly. And the truck would have a lot of success and would almost win the racing championship, but just came up short to Tom Meents. The truck would continue to compete for more and more years, and eventually would join on with the FS1 Championship Series in 2015 and 2016. In 2017, there'd be a brand new and more fresh design. But however, after a few events, David Branshaw left Monster Jam, and Todd LeDuc replaced him. And the truck seemed to fit Todd LeDuc, as he would have many big moments, like in World Finals 20, where he did the famous LeDuc Leap. And it's like a sequel movie. You know what, forget what I said. They would also begin to sponsor the backflip ramp by 2017. Then it would become the Monster Energy backflip ramp by 2018. Their partnership shockingly came to an end after the 2021 Monster Jam season. However, because Monster Energy still sponsors Feld's other motorsport, Monster Energy Supercross, I do believe in the future that Monster Energy will return at some form or some capacity. Number 2, Ford. Build Ford Tough is immediately what you think when you hear Blue Thunder. The partnership began with the creation of Blue Thunder in 2001. It would be the new ride for Lyle Hancock. And in the same year of the debut, similar to Monster Energy, he would almost win the championship, and guess what? He was facing Tom Meents. What a very odd coincidence. Ford would also be one of Monster Jam's biggest sponsors at the time, alongside another one that we will get to when we get to that. More drivers would join in, including Tony Farrell and Lindsey Wink, adding spectacular moments, but surprisingly did not win titles. Like, they were very heavy hitters at the time. And then out of nowhere, in 2010, the partnership ended, and in 2011, Ford was taken off of Blue Thunder. Now, Ford is still technically there with Monster Jam, but however, it's not to the insane degree as they were before. Now more of a side sponsor instead of a regular massive one. And heck, who knows? Maybe one day they'll come back and maybe sponsor Blue Thunder, since Blue Thunder's still here, technically. And number 1, Advanced Auto Parts. This is definitely one of my favorite sponsors of Monster Jam that existed. Now, they were sponsoring Monster Jam for years before. However, they would go through a massive expansion in 2010. They would become Monster Jam's second ever title sponsor, now named Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam. They would also gain a new truck, the Advanced Auto Parts Grinder, and Lupe Sosa would join in the team. And then later on, Frank Kreml and John Seasock would join in later on. The partnership actually made Monster Jam feel a little bit more legitimate, and I think that's what's missing these days. Monster Jam should definitely have a title sponsor. The partnership would last from 2010 to 2013, as their last event was at the final event of the Minneapolis Metrodome. After that, the partnership ended and Grindr was taken off. And these were my top 5 favorite sponsors for Monster Jam from the past. What are yours? Tell me down in the comments down below, and also be sure to check out our Discord, which is also in the description down below. And we will see you next time on TF Motorsports.